To Remembering Our Spirits, May 4th, 2023. From the book Around the Year with Emmett Fox. No vengeance. Hatred ceases not with hatred, said the light of Asia, enunciating this great cosmic truth many centuries earlier. And the light of the world put it in the forefront of his teaching because it is the cornerstone of man's salvation. This doctrine of resist not evil is the great metaphysical secret. To the world it sounds like moral suicide, the feeblest surrender to aggression, but in the light of the Jesus Christ revelation, it is seen to be superb spiritual strategy. Antagonize any situation and you give it power against yourself. Offer mental non-resistance and it crumbles away in front of you. Jesus gives no instructions for details of external conduct. And so the references here to suing at law, to coat and cloak, to lending and borrowing, to turning the other cheek are illustrative and symbolic of mental states and are not to be taken in the narrow, literal sense. We cannot too often remind ourselves that if the thought is right, the deed cannot be wrong. No teacher could ever say that a given act must necessarily be right at any time, because the play of circumstances in human life is too hopelessly complicated for any such prediction. If, when someone is behaving badly, you immediately switch your attention from the human to the divine and concentrate upon God or upon the real spiritual self of the person in question, you will find that his conduct will immediately change. This is true revenge. Dearly beloved, avenge not yourselves, for it is written, vengeance is mine. I will repay, saith the Lord. Romans 12:19. In my spiritual practice and my spiritual beliefs, I do not believe that God punishes us. I believe that we do that ourselves. That we punish ourselves based on our thoughts, beliefs, and perceptions, and also based on our conscious contact with the spirit within us. The spirit and the energy of love that we are and that I experienced in my near-death experience God to be. Love and only love. It's not easy to turn the other cheek or to think blessings to the person who is causing you harm in that moment or triggering some type of uncomfortable emotional feelings. I truly believe and practice that when we react to someone or ourselves or something, we are coming from a thought system being driven by fear. And when we respond to ourselves, to someone, to something, we are coming from a thought system driven by love. There have been times in my marriage that I have said to my husband, David, I only know how to respond to this, David. Cancel. I only know how to react to this. And I no longer choose to react to this. And I don't know what it looks like to respond to this feeling, this trigger inside of me yet, because all I've done up until now is react. So I move into prayer and conversation with the Holy Spirit, that in my spiritual practice is the voice of God within me, and that comes straight from A Course in Miracles. And I ask for guidance in my thoughts. First, I ask that these thoughts be transformed from ego, fear based thoughts, beliefs, behaviors, and perceptions into love based thoughts, beliefs, perceptions, and behaviors. In the beginning, it took me quite a while to understand what the new thought was, or to receive a new thought, to read something, to hear something someone said, to hear something in a song that transformed my thoughts from fear to love. Today, when I ask, it happens very quickly. I've been doing this practice for almost 30 years now. And for you too, it will go from being a brainer to being a no-brainer. And life happens to all of us. So no matter what practice you've picked up for your spirit, and no matter how long you've been practicing your spiritual practices, life will happen and you will get knocked off course. What you do in that moment, you become aware that you're off course and you pick back up your spiritual tools. I no longer seek vengeance or revenge. Whenever I have resentment or anger or animosity or any fear-based thoughts or feelings towards someone, I know that is a part of me that is unhealed and has yet to choose to be in conscious contact with God. The only way to prove light, cancel. The only way to prove dark is by the absence of light. Fear, negative, scared, dark thoughts are simply the absence of light. Remember, as always, take the best for you and leave the rest. Have a blessed day.